Hello YouTube. So we have watched later. You know what? Let's do this. Let's check out the story recap. Okay. I just need to see these images. My memory is pretty good. Okay. Okay, that was it. We can do the story later. And I don't know, it just bugged. There was like some kind of, it was new, like that Castris something preview. You know what? Whatever. Let's just get this stuff. 600. Thanks for that. And there should be some more here. And yeah, yes, these two more. Okay, 16. We can claim it like right now. Just give me any more. You know what? Firefly. I chose you. It's like Pokemon. I chose. And 10 fuel, nice. The conductor is sure they will answer. You will receive a letter and gifts after 17 days. Okay, so. Wait. Okay, I will have to wait for 17 days before I can get the 60. You know what? Never mind. It's not like I need them right now. Yeah. What is all that? Wait, this is unavailable. Okay, these aren't available yet. Locha or Erwan Me. You know what? I know what I need. Silver Companion Spirit. Okay, they give you a Spirit Companion as well already. So I just need to get an E7 character. Nice. Then I can just. Okay. I don't think we'll be able to get these that easily as F2P. Not sure about that. But you know what? Just give me my E1 me. Yes, E1 me. And now I'm just gonna need one more of this. And I think I might as well just keep them because they said in the live stream there will be more characters that will be added to this redemption. Unless I like one me too, which I will check later if it's like something nice. It's paid. And what is that? Yeah. We've got nothing to do with those things. I'll take these two. Contract show. These are for rich people. What is that? Oh wow. The whale event. Okay, at least we got a free standard wish from it. Well, that's something at least. Wow. This is really something. We've got nothing to do with that, by the way. New Trailblaze mission. And then this. You know, before we pull, let's just do the trials. Let's try her out first. Let's see how much. Like, what team are they gonna give us? I'm guessing like Pela, Gallagher, and yeah, Remembrance MC. I think this might be the team they give us for trial. Let's see. My PC is kinda slow. It's fine, it works. Okay, there she is. The scythe. This scythe looks so cool, by the way. Scylla scythe power grip. Oh my god, bro. And then this nether wing. The AoE is pretty huge though. They can't attack us now, can they? Attack all enemies in the area.
Emerge from your cocoon.
Okay. Oh my god. The dragon animation and insane lag incoming. Okay. It's lagging already. No way. They give you a premium team for her. Like with GB, I wasn't even expecting that. Okay. One more time.
Receive divinity.
One more time. And they are already dead. And now it's gonna
May
explode.
death protect us!
The lag is crazy. Oh my god. And now we try it with an elite. Can I switch to... Wait, this is the first time we can switch to other characters in a trial. Well, it's a good thing, yeah.
Let's wait and see.
We need a strategy.
Emerge
Now
from
you
your cocoon.
I know what she does.
Repay.
Two.
Is it coming?
GBR.
I feel that spin. Away we go!
Receive divinity.
Underestimating us will cost you. Please cherish this time.
Let's slow this one down. This is slow.
Darkness follows me.
Yeah, the claw one.
May death protect us. Life is not so fragile. Root here.
You chose the wrong enemy. Eternal step. Dead return!
Embrace a new life.
Just a second. It's too loud. We'll need to lower the voice a little. Wait, I didn't even get to do much damage, bro died. And let's just get these trials done real quick. Fug you. Fug you trial. Fugway. Let's. What happened to the trials? They literally give you the premium teams now.
Sound lingers. Not yet time to return.
Okay, nice.
Not yet time to return.
Firefly Type 4. Activate!
If only like they gave even
Existence
Link as
is
well instead of like
There'll be a
Gallagher.
way.
That would have been like the perfect premium team.
Unite our goals. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Stand in position. Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes! Dreams of a... Let us dance once more. I will claim fate sets to the seas of flame!
Big damage.
Grace and elegance. No holding back. Dream vanished.
Oh wait. We can auto these trials now. I didn't even notice like
Indulge yourselves!
okay, that's fine.
Clouds scattered. Set to the seas of flame! Fight to live!
Yeah, nice. Next trial. Jiaochu. So now are they gonna give Jiaochu trial with Akron? Because there's literally an Akron trial as well. Yeah. Nice. Like
Feeling
before
lucky.
this patch we
Feeling lucky.
couldn't like auto these trials. Now we can. And that's the best part.
A slow simmer over low heat.
Stream 4. Gleam of old blades.
Let's just auto.
I like a little more heat.
Just get this all
Since
right.
you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
More seasoning.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Is it done? No.
How familiar. Still waters of oblivion.
A little more heat.
I weep
Oh
for
my
the
god.
departed.
They are gonna use the whole light on like a little.
It too shall fall.
Okay, almost done. I'm not gonna do the 4-star character. I mean, who does that even? This is the last one. Now we get our own castress, and yeah, I have pre-farmed like absolutely everything. We can build her right away.
Stream
Yeah,
4.
I know.
The gleam
that.
of old blades.
close and overweight.
100% break. Trick time for a buzz. This is double speed.
Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Okay, no.
Time for a buzz.
Again. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nice. And with that, we are done with these trials. Anything else? Okay, not much. What light? Okay, erudition, light. And it is time to pull Castris. Okay, now you can select limited 5-star characters. Well, you know what? Nice. You can do that. Idle on max. That is exactly why I'm gonna need to choose Yanqing so that I can get an E7 Yanqing. Himiko is even, so these three are definitely coming in here. Himiko, Bailu is E2, nice. Clara, and then all of these are easy, so it doesn't really matter which one I choose. And Japard, I don't care, I'm not choosing Japard. I might as well have Clara rather than even these two. Okay, now this is our 50 loss pool. Celestial invitation. And yeah, we are set. Can you guys imagine though losing 50-50 to Sela nowadays, or Blade, or maybe Fushua? Actually, I would love to get a Blade, but I really can't. I'm on guaranteed if I remember from the last time. Let's see how much pity I'm at. Let me see real quick. Okay, 20 pity. Okay, wait, I can watch that video again? Yes, please. Nice. She is so cool. We are definitely trying for this as well. Okay, this is, now we start pulling 30 pity. Here we go. 30 pity, and we get nothing, just as well like always. 30 pity, nothing, and this is 40 pity and nothing. Okay, free pool, nice. Actually, these are only 6, so it's gonna be a free pool every single time. 40, and then this is 50 pity. Yeah, 50 pity and another free pool. 60 pity. Okay, so yeah, nothing. You know what, there is no problem. I mean, my caster is guaranteed. 70. Yep, we are going to hit high pity. 71. Now let's just do singles. 71. Wait, I didn't want to do that. 72. 73. 4, 5, maybe this one. Nope, I mean, how can I get anything like ever at even soft PD? We must hit 80 PT, 76. No, there is nothing. I know, yeah. But you guys can't fuck with me this time. My cast is guaranteed, you can do whatever you want. 77. Yep, no way I'm getting this early. We are hitting 80 PT. 78. Absolutely okay. Welcome, Castris. She is here. Thanks for Castris. Welcome. Okay, now whatever we have, let's just throw everything on the Litecoin banner. So surely okay, I can do more than 10 pull. Let's see how much PT I'm at on the weapon. 5, 6, literally 6 PT, and it's not even guaranteed. Okay, 6, and this is 16. Maybe I'll just get it right here, you know. Of course not. How can that be possible? 16, this is 17. 18, 19. Well, there should be enough pulls. I mean, it's an anniversary patch, you know. I'm gonna hit a 75. I can hit PT on this banner before it's gone, so I just need to win. Yeah, this is okay. Thanks. Good night, fun. One more free pull. Yeah, no problem. We can get that later. Okay. What is this? Oh, it's the money shop. With the daily reset have happened, that means I should be able to get 2 more pulls. Okay, where is that daily login? Bro, where did that daily login go? Wait, you can get these Litecoin ones? I mean, there's no way there's anything in the free one. Yeah, doesn't look like. Yeah, F2B players, you get shit. Yeah. And it's only for those that buy the battle pass. Yeah, this one, this thing. Yeah, there's no shit for F2B players. Two more pulls. Nice. Let's just try. Okay, that should be another pull. Yep. Okay, that's a lot of 4 stars. And it is time to... Let's do this first. E1 Ruan Mei.
Can life's past moments
What
truly
is
be
her E2
restored
by
to
the
what
way?
they
When
once
one
were?
is on all allies, increase their attack by when dealing damage to. Actually, I don't think it's gonna be that much helpful given the HP meta we have right now. And I'm not sure. I think, well, Firefly can use it. Just give me my casters now. Let's max her out in just 2 seconds.
Look, light is coming in.
Yeah.
Look, light is coming in.
Is that all you have to say? Do you have anything else to say? Yeah, it doesn't look. She's gone mute now.
Look, light is coming in.
Light is
All
coming in.
things cycle through life and death. The end is also the beginning.
Okay, at least she have 2 voice lines. I thought she's only gonna say light is coming in. And what do we have here? F2 page. We have absolutely nothing. We can do this. Well, good thing I even have S3 by Lightcon. Nice. I mean, even if like the first line was usable, that would have been really good, like the VR Max HU by 24. But no, we can't do that. It's not a remembrance Lightcon, you know. Let's just max out absolutely everything. My calculations are just perfect with this. I have just enough mats to like max out every single trace. I don't even
The
care, like,
traces we leave in this world will last much longer than death.
okay. She's saying something. That's a lot of crit stats though. You know, let's just
The traces we
unlock
leave in this world
these
will last much
things
longer than
first.
death.
And she have crit damage as well. Well, that's an anniversary character for you. She literally only have like quantum damage, crit rate and crit damage. No useless substats, by the way. This is its basic attack. I'm not sure if I even need to level that. I mean, she literally never gonna use a basic attack. But I can totally max this one. You know what? Let's do it. We are not low on anything. Not credit, not mats. We have everything. You know what? Fully maxed out casters. And yeah, about these relics. We have these too. Everything is ready. This one is really mid though. But that's the best I got, I'll be honest. And look at this. This is so shit. This is so bad. And actually the same goes for this one. Like, what is this even? And this one isn't that bad, it's fine. No, this one have too much speed. That's gonna destroy her. Relic set. Okay, 63. I think I can drop some crit rate for some more HP. Like this one. Okay, how much HP? 8239. What if I switch to this one? 8. Okay, that's pretty good. Wait, I missed something. 82. Okay, that's definitely better, I think. But 63 crit rate, I don't think she's gonna need that much. We are gonna use her with Remembrance MC, so this one should be better. 55. I think she should be on 56, but it's fine. So 32 crit rate from here. So it will be okay. She's not hitting 100 crit rate though. Should I do something about that? Where is MC? There is. Where is it? Yeah. There's 10 crit rate from here. Where did she go? So 55, then it will be 65. 65 is 768. She will be at 98 crit rate. You know what? I think 100 crit rate matters more. Yeah, now she should be at 100 crit rate with this. And let's try her out in the MOC. Let's try Castris against River.
Do you want to enter the Forgotten Hall?
Well, I can't really expect much, you know, she's literally using the Light Cone. But she should be fine. Why is she down there? Castris, Ruanmei, this, and Gallagher. They are. Okay, these are. It's fine, I think. Let's see. I'm not even expecting her to do like 1,000,000 damage. Mainly because she's not on her signature. Let's see what this Light Cone can do.
Be careful. There's something unsettling ahead.
Sound lingers. Emerge from your cocoon.
Let's see, Light Cone. What can I do with that?
Eternal.
Let's just.
There's more to life.
Not clean the dragon right now.
Every petal.
All will be swept away by the wind.
Bro, why is this dragon so far? Wait a moment. Wait, I can heal the dragon?
Gonna mix things up. Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
I think I will give the turn to the. action ones even. You know what? That's
Please cherish this. Return to dust. Grace
June
and
90.
elegance.
By the way, what is her crit rate looking like? 105. Okay. Now dragon go boom. Let's see how much damage we can do now.
May death protect us.
In the mood for another beating?
My God. Why is this so loud, by the way? Gonna literally need to. Okay, now it's fine. Let's just do this.
I shall remember this one. Life is
This
not so
guy is
fragile.
dead.
Root here.
Yep. That was the easiest zero cycle. Do I skill? Let's just do that. Or maybe I shouldn't have.
There's more to life. Eternal. As you wish.
Okay, first
Embrace a
or
new
then
life.
let's do Gallagher.
Friends? Indulge yourselves! Step up, let's see ya. It ain't over.
Wait, Ruan May's ult is gone actually. I didn't notice that. Ruan May, get your ult up right now. No, she cannot.
Cherish this time.
You know what? She is going to kill these things right here, right?
Darkness with me.
Yes.
Every petal and all will be swept
Okay,
away
let's
by
do
the wind.
this. Okay, we still have Mam's buff. Let's do this.
Time to mix things up.
I shall remember this moment. Life is not so fragile. Return to dust.
Okay, Mam's buff is gone.
May death protect us.
And this guy didn't even die.
As you wish.
In the mood for another beating?
Get your buff
I shall
first.
remember this value, I suppose.
Castries.
Eternal.
Vice like my friends? Indulge yourselves!
Oh no, I missed it. We could have.
Embrace a new life. Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Okay, this rotation is kind of scuffed. She was literally getting it run. Okay, it's a waste.
Life is not so fragile. Return to dust.
430. Okay, Bile Light Cone is working, I think. It's not that bad even. Almost a million.
How's this taste? Nice like my friends? Indulge yourselves!
And Ruan Melt is gone now.
Eternal.
So that's not good.
May death protect us.
And that's a million another.
As you wish.
In the mood for another beating? Time to mix things up.
I shall remember this. Value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
Can we kill in this cycle?
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Dance goes crazy. Okay, it's almost working. And we can cast this up.
Embrace a new life.
Yep.
How's this taste?
I shall remember this
Like
one.
my friends?
I think this should kill definitely.
Indulge yourselves!
Please cherish. Return to dust.
This should be killed. There is no way this doesn't kill.
May death protect us.
Die. Okay. 3 cycle. Well, and I'm not sure how do I feel about that, cause Aglaya can do a little better than that. Well, that might be because Aglaya have her signature light cone, and maybe she'll be able to do even better when I get her signature. And I hope I will get that soon. And now, you know what, there's not much to do. I'm not gonna start the event right now. Let's do the main story. I'm pretty sure it's again gonna be very long, so I might not be able to finish it in this one stream. But you know, let's see how much I can do in this one stream.
The hustle and bustle of the world. Still, so
Give me my castress team. Get these weird teams out. You know what? Let's not mess this one. Let's just. Where is she? Run me, and well, this is the best team I ever. I don't really have an option. And now, let me just get the. Okay, that is fine. Okay, let's do the main story now. Okay, what what does this mean? Is this foreshadowing? Everyone's gonna die. Okay. Okay, that is chilling.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself.
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor...
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
A Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas. Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve. Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense...
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to...
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility. Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial? It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate tie.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem memmy mem.
Surrendering the cool flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity. You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis. It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone.
Memmy mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy, memmy mem, memmy mem 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 hero. Memmy mem mem, mem 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 mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem mem, memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem mem.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Memmy mem mem, memmy mem mem mem, memmy mem 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 mem.
Memories that exist outside of your own experience.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without... Please, Memmy mem mem, memmy memmy mem, memmy memmy mem mem. Mem memmy memmy mem mem, mem memmy mem 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 mem, memmy mem 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 Hugh.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony... It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Miss, may everything go well for you. It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya previously. I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I liked to read. It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the black tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, The prosperous Styxium at its demise. The author of this book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive. That's right. Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the... Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world... Forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete...
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know. Good news? I wouldn't call it that. Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the fleet. Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone. Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues, such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue. That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs, and hope to take complete control over the flame-chase journey. We can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the flame-chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner. But this time, there seems to be a new variable to this.
Me?
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaya will surely take back Cersei's core flame. But with Anaxa's current condition, it's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akamon. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another. As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for. Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Orynyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
Mem nervous.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits if you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity. The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for we can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates. The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to it shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysos heirs. A traveler who is upright and mem. Both of you, please, come forward.
recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please. And surrender the core flame. Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Don't worry, you're tougher than I am, right?
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak.
Slap, slap! Wake up! How is it? How do you feel? Right? I think that it's amazing too! Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice! It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond. Also, listen. The words of the Titan.
Mother, it hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming?
Or next. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Memories broken. Mother, where? You. It's you. Skyfather has gazed upon Mother.
listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good...
You have potential willpower. Powerful and tenacious. But just
lacking something.
is a future.
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from Skyfather. Stabilize your form.
Whoa, whoa, what are you talking about, Orynyx? What the... What does this mean? We are dead? Trailblazer is dead? Skyfather is fully stabilized our form. Bro, what the we are dead. I think.
Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
What? Like, she is Orynyxing like we were dead the moment we entered Amphorius. Oh my god.
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
Oh no.
What? How is that possible?
Yeah. You're already dead, Trailblazer.
The space is collapsing. Someone must inherit if the pillar is lost. The laws of time, Amphorius, will succumb.
Revive me quickly.
Never compromises. Never bears grudges.
I don't think she can revive just like that.
Never forgives. Never makes a choice. Child of humanity. Titans. Mother. Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists.
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating?
Pathstrider of remembrance. My strength, the fate of the world. If you go and find your future that has been stolen,
Okay, and how are we supposed to do
even
that?
if that means you'll have to cheat death,
Aren't we already cheating death?
you'll have to challenge that. Hand of shadow, clasped with unyielding fingers.
Wait. Flashbang. My eyes. This is too wide. True trial of time. Okay, what is going on? There was a huge lower drop. What now? Trailblazer is dead. Oh my god. Bro, what are you talking about, Dana? How? How? How is that possible? Are you kidding? What is going on? Yeah. Okay. Tell me what happened then. Okay, okay, that makes sense now. Bro, you should have brought that up, I think. How exactly did I come back to life? Cry, cry. Okay, what should we do next now? How is bro concluding that even? Death Titan. Didn't we kill Death Titan? No, no, not that. Oh, it was Strife, my bad.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her. Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysos heirs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me. Okay?
Miss, I'm right here. Please stay there and
Yeah, now it makes sense why Castor is like that curse or whatever that is isn't affecting Trailblazer. this option. You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Please pardon.
Oh my, that this is a wallpaper material. Oh my god.
Just as I expected.
Yeah,
I cannot feel anything.
you are invading my personal. Okay, you know what? Let's
I'm sorry. I just wanted to verify once again. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse.
yeah, of course.
I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect. I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was.
It's fine.
Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you,
Nope,
I hope that you can forgive me.
you can never offend. You cannot.
I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
Okay.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capability. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again? This time, I'll increase the area of contact slightly.
Yeah,
Perhaps
please.
the result might be different this time.
Yeah, do that. Refuse? Nah. There is no harm in trying.
I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
No, you just do whatever you want. Bro, it's the same image, isn't it? Can't they put more effort, like a little more? You scared me? Nah.
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace
Okay,
and
that's
cannot
scary.
find a way to escape.
She's... What are you talking about?
But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues.
Yeah.
Just a few more. Ah, the connection has been severed. With my strength. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon.
Wait, she can return... Wait, how is she gonna do that? How are you... What are you planning on doing?
I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this
Yep.
promise, Amphorius needs you.
So, what now?
Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually... Also,
Okay.
please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax.
Okay, thanks for that.
More species are
Let's go. wonder what their reaction's gonna be.
Partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Cool being a departed. Oh, bro, trailblazer. So the entire world knows about this now. She can even take the pulse of someone who's dead. Yeah, maybe she can. It feels quite cool being a departed
Well,
spirit.
At least you look no different from the living. I think that most living people don't even look as good as you do.
Oh yeah, sure.
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that the process went better than I expected. Even in the end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind. However, I never expected that two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
What does she mean, two people? Danhung is dead as well. Okay, I don't get this part.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace.
Wait.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can cipher.
Cypher.
If
Is she gonna
anyone
appear
in this world
in this
knows the
quest?
whereabouts of death, it would be her.
Okay, why exactly would Cypher know anything about that?
I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time,
Is this supposed to be comforting?
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
but before that, just
What's wrong, Aglaya?
omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into its Anaxagoras. He has initiated.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I over the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great.
Okay, next POV.
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of—
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Amphorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps—
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land?
Hand of Shadow that— Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream?
The Netherrealm. Titan. Rejects. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tide. The sound of tide. I can hear it. I hear it deep within the tides. Beyond the closed gates of the void. A voice about to recount something.
Child of humanity, is it death's embrace you yearn for with such a...
Did bro just dream of the nether realm?
Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Just a small break. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, and I'm back. Wait, it's Anexa's POV then. Where's Anexa? Let's see. Anexa is an attack skiller. Let's try. Yeah, whatever. You know what? It's fine. Let's see if we can use him in combat. Okay, Alexa. Bro got the gun.
Watch this magic trick.
You, what was that? That looks so sick.
Watch this magic trick.
Holy, oh my god. That looks sick, by the way. Bro was hitting like this side and he hit the one that was here. Like whatever that thing. Bro, how did he do that?
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's been a while.
What is
Zacharias.
What
I greet you on behalf of all the citizens of Akima and express my deepest regret about what happened.
It's you. I never expected that you would personally come and meet me.
By carefully into Lenten above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the Council of Elders.
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight ever since the Chrysos War.
I extend to you my utmost respect, revere. I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect the right of all upright citizens to express themselves freely.
Bro is from the Council of Elders.
You can see...
You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through the... Just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our private meeting from afar.
What?
If necessary, Lord Anaxagoras, I can sever the golden thread to protect your fundamental rights.
You can do that.
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words.
Yeah, he don't mind.
They shall serve only to unveil her own folly.
May I interpret this as you having a countermeasure?
Yeah.
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As the Citizens' Assembly approaches, and with Orynyx's fall, any attempt to capture the core flame within me will only usher chaos and calamity. A truth while I, Anaxagoras, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your... Let's forego the formality of asserting authority.
Very well. She's been waiting. Follow me, please.
Gun. Nice.
Is there something on your mind?
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling...
A pondering truly deep. Time is on our side.
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has yet to meet theirs. Their journey continues unhurriedly along this long...
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action. Whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
Ah, an intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era Arasa, while scholars and priests alike have conveyed the message of...
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate?
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan...
In that case, the myths craft...
It's worth a try. I believe, and I'm loved because I completely concur with you on this aspect. If the Titan has indeed met their end...
Okay, then another cutscene.
Please, Professor.
Okay, what was that? What? New map.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Okay, this background music is so good, by the way.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace. With entry, only esteemed beings grace this place. And among them, I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence of a Titan. Oh. What a joyous occasion.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine.
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here. In the meanwhile, you're welcome to explore the vicinity, but kindly remain within the guard's view.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods. There's no need...
As you wish. Your cooperation is...
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you. But it turns out you just left one cage to enter another.
Save your concerns. I know very well what I'm doing.
I shall depart to explore this. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued to see how the children of...
Off you go. I won't be. This Titan appears to be quite at ease. I should invest...
Be aware. I can hear you.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems. Anaxagoras, I thought that you had died to the Black Tide, just like the other scholars.
The old man really want Anaxagoras to die.
As Kefali's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being.
Okay.
Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from years ago who could only acquiesce to the commands of others. Now, I have plenty of...
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now.
Yeah.
I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by a creation titan. As I see it, a dead titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right? Then who is it exactly?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is, I shall let that slide for now. Leave immediately, and don't impede us from receiving the Supreme Being's blessings.
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Kindness is indeed quite sincere toward us. Perhaps this affair will proceed smoother than...
Oh my, what a thrilling confrontation.
Are you praising or insulting?
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detests evil.
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave. Go as far away from here as possible.
Professor Anaxa! Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the Grove valiantly perished resisting the Black Tide. To find you here safe...
You could say it's the Fates toying with.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory through death. But your survival is a victory in itself. I'd settle... So, are you here to report the incident to the Council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the Grove, Akuma would be next in line. Even with the demigod of strife standing alongside humankind.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders know about the Black...
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akuma, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you.
Being an opportunist could very well be a
Shouldn't you be searching for murals of yourself?
I was really curious to see how you would find the middle ground between both factions. So I came to listen in. But it seems as though this Kindness is much more ruthless than Aglaya. If so, why do you want to work with her? Could it be that perhaps you've decided to readily surrender this hollow...
I'm afraid you'll be sorely disappointed. I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster? I suppose I can just ignore this.
Oh.
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is quite
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself. Now I'm quite curious whether the Reason Titan has studied figures of speech before.
Of course I find such stylistic devices in... For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are we?
I, for one, am not willing to admit...
Was this the reason why you failed in your attempt to refine my soul when you were ambushed at the Grove?
Since you are aware of this, why did you save me back then?
From my perspective, This point alone was enough to separate you from the average person.
How do two lunatics cope?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawnfloud this time is not just to seek protection. What, then, is the intention behind...
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you...
Then don't... 1-year-old? Oh my. Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Dromastar to sleep? How interesting.
Okay, she found something that she shouldn't.
That's enough.
Yeah, that's
How
enough.
unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that nobody knows, right?
Yeah, surely.
Since our days are both numbered, this is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was made to look like our family pet.
So there are other members in your family, eh? Are they also living in Akam?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? Go on, continue flipping through my memories. It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memories of when I was 5.
Oh, the black tide is everywhere.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this outcome either. Georios, Aquila, Kefali, and you, of course. Although I prayed to every titan that I could think of for help, my efforts were...
This... Could this be the...
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard of yours. When I was pursuing my education there, I naturally also came to learn of Thelesis' theory as well.
Oh, I remember that person. He was the one to come up with the concept of...
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, all stem from souls themselves. This is since all living things stemmed from the same origin. Why could I not sacrifice myself in order to resurrect my nearest and dearest?
Anaxa! I did it, but this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be judged by the Council of the Seven.
Calm down, teacher. My sister, she's still not in the mortal realm. It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip by merely equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one.
Okay, so that is why his one eye is lost. He just sacrificed it for his sister.
Final time. Nothing more.
Wait, what?
Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her for one final time. Nothing more.
Okay, so he only got to like see her once for an eye. Okay, that's huge.
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, I cannot watch you go down. Never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will...
Since I was able to see her once... You're right, teacher. It's time for me to...
I am sincerely glad for you, child. Now then.
I wish to continue...
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove has long since understood his philosophy like the back of their hands. Even if you continue digging into this subject, Your efforts will likely be...
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally understood a single truth. Since ancient days, our understanding of the souls is but the tip of the iceberg. I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become clearer than ever. I have grasped the truth with my bare hands. Watch as I turn this farcical world up.
Who would have thought such a secret lay concealed beneath that hefty eye patch of yours? However, this story doesn't seem to be connected to your plan. In fact, I'd say that they aren't related at all.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's time for you to tell me your secret. After all...
As expected, unfortunately. Even if I was willing to talk about my past.
Oh? Are you saying that the renowned Reason Titan is now admitting a lack of wisdom? Your followers are going to...
Child of humanity, remember this. Being cognizant of one's ignorance is the greatest wisdom of all.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical questions.
Not only that, you're the only one who can shed light on my query. As the saying goes, onlookers see most clearly.
Lord Anaxa. I saw you muttering to yourself and was wondering whether you were caught in a delirium of reflective thought. I'm sorry to I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness has met up with the Council of Elders and is awaiting your arrival.
Carefully. The one who created... If you truly have not met your end, how will you answer the challenges of those who
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against them.
Isn't that the dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Federationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Welcome to the
Lord Anaxagoras. Oh, I've heard so much about you. Head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany, notorious blasphemer, a Chrysos heir who bears Circe's core flame, a survivor of the... Did I miss anything? Well, if...
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted with me, I won't waste... But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. Back in my hometown, there is a form of etiquette known as honoring guests. The host will welcome their guest with warm And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been welcomed with warm courtesy or ceremonial gifts. Instead, I am met with intense scrutiny. Even more absurd, the host has sharpened their blade and instructed their servants to lie in wait in the shadows. Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart, retrieve the core flame, and then hold a grand feast for all of the guests.
Everyone, stand down.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is not used to the stench.
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages. Your bravery is...
So,
you wish to...
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle the citizens of Akama are so entitled to. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. Everything hinges on the next citizens' assembly and whether they have a sudden epiphany amid the clamor of them. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our invitation...
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what you were saying.
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment ago, but now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors. Welcome back to the hub of the demigod. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before and emerged victorious by stoking public sentiment with their words. And yet there have also been innumerable blasphemous philosophers who set themselves up for failure. This tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, this site shall also become the most important, as well as may the both of us carry out our duties with honor and lead the masses back toward the Erechrysia, a golden age with no death, strife.
Oh my, 15 days and nights. That aligns perfectly.
Using death to prove myself fits my intentions perfectly.
What strong conviction you have. As expected of the hero who dared to...
As expected, she misunderstands you.
Yeah. 1 second. What did she say? Days, that's how many, that's just how many NX I have left to live.
Using death
Bro,
to prove
totally
myself fits my intentions perfect. That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the Council of Elders. Don't test my patience.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require my aid as well, so that you can stay alive even when being pursued by the Golden...
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to garner support from the masses at the Citizens' Assembly.
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not asserting that she will definitely act in a...
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaya covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, in return, I'll need the Council of Elders to support. You're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the Erechrysia that you are desperately pursuing. Talk is cheap, so you'd better act.
I understand. After all, this battle of wits is just a means for each party to acquire what they need. As long as your request is reasonable, the Council of Elders never shortchanges its allies. Since we're both intent on mutual cooperation, let's not mince words and just speak plainly to it. Let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice, like true philosophers. Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss. She is the second most experienced Chrysos heir across the whole of Akama, who has gradually lost her humanity to the ravages of time and the ablation of the core flame. Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet your previous reasoning is quite sound. As a seasoned political animal, it's unclear whether she will actually cross that irreversible boundary. Moreover, she still needs you alive so that the Titan's trial can be completed. Is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't in league with that woman before coming here? Are you just trying to pull the wool over our eyes and aid her in her savagery?
If Aglaya required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that she has no need for a Chrysos heir who could break free of her control at any time. Since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy, there's no way that I would willingly walk on the path that she extols. Given how rigorously she enforces her principles, how would she ever accept a heretic such as me?
At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extravagance and greed is the greatest threat to achieving peace in Akama. The Council of Elders is willing to defend your right to live, just as we defend every... However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaya are only growing in magnitude. The peace that we are aspiring toward, as well as everything that we hold dear, will be destroyed. Complete. Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens so that they can vanquish the enemies of our fine city?
Although the circumstances are rather unfortunate from an objective point of view, it is an undeniable fact that ever since the Grove was attacked, the Council of Elders needs more backing if it wishes to topple Aglaya. And it's evident, at the very least, I have served as the Grove's special envoy to Akama for a significant amount of time. Of course, this also means that I will hold a crucial vote at the Citizens' Assembly.
In the name of Kefali, Akama thanks you for your... At this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. Let me put it plainly. The Council of Elders has always been renowned for its fairness, and that fairness is built on a foundation of sincerity. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akaba that it will always remain loyal to them. As for you, my lord, how will you guarantee that you will be able to live up to such earnestness and will not betray Akama's indomitable citizens when the opportunity presents itself? Just as you now betray Aglaya when it suits you.
Surely you jest. My loyalty does not need to be proven. The fact that the Council of Elders is asking for proof of my loyalty...
I am incredibly honored to have witnessed the both of you bury the hatchet in a civilized manner. However, as the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady Aglaya, the Goldweaver, is...
Oh. Well, I do believe that we might have a
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness? Despite the Council of Elders' lofty residence on Dawncloud, it must still tolerate the whims of the Chrysos.
So you were holding back just now. Seems like you are better at playing this game than I. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine...
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wished to chat with me and had no intention of offending her. However, by doing so, the authority of the Council of Elders will be as thin as papyrus that has been soaked in blood. Not only can it be destroyed at the slightest touch, but the Council will also lose possession of a valuable core flame. No. More like two corpses. At the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death will also be standing on our side.
Oh?
Is that of importance to you? All you need to know is that I have a plan. In my opinion, you should. If Aglaya can seize me in full view of the masses today, she could also dismiss the entire Council of Elders in one fell swoop tomorrow. If that happens, the discussion that we've just had will turn into an utter joke. Is this the outcome that you wish to see?
Fine. I will handle. But you do best to remember this. Fool the people, and karma will be on your tail. I'll overlook it this time. Unless, of course, you crave cruel punishment and consider suffering the perfect state to ponder the true nature of suffering.
Well, what do you know? That happens to be one.
We shall see.
Ah, I've got to say that you've managed to really impress me again. But shouldn't you be going after more?
Dying to know what I'm after.
I mean, I'm the reason Titan after all. It is in me to ask and seek answers.
Easy there. You'll learn the— I didn't bring it up with her purely because she doesn't have the means to give me what I truly want. It's as they say, onlook. The true masters of Dawncloud have always been the Theoros, who watches.
An expected visitor. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate and come straight to me. I have no reason to refuse.
You may not, but Kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core flame will get to She's wary of me, so naturally I had to gain her trust. I would say that
In my view, this individual has gone to great lengths to get close to Kefali. Are you still willing to let him pass?
Yes, very much so. All living creations are always free to visit Kefali's transcendent vessel. This comes with being the...
How convenient it is to be able to hear what they say.
It is truly my honor to speak. Please, go ahead. Let me join you. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Go on ahead. Take this Iannis shortcut, and the long pilgrimage stairway will be waiting for...
I have to admit, I never expected you to not ask me anything.
Because I know very well what it is you are after. As the saying goes, a gentleman helps others achieve their goals. I have a feeling that I believe Kefali will not are on the brink of...
I hope...
Putting a child of justice, it is my hope that you bring a much-needed change to this world, which is...
Go melt it down. Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawncloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time?
Well, I don't see how this place is different from those temples in the city. And even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful.
I must be getting ahead of myself to be expecting to hear something nice from...
Oh? Haven't you been in my head for some time now? It's high time. All right, we're just a short hike away from Kefali.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on strengthening your body and stop shirking social...
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can...
Why? Are you going to carry me up if I were to fall? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come...
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain...
Wait. Who is that? Hey.
Huh?
Do we even get to see souls?
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on this trip, Nias?
Yes. I know.
It's unfortunate the black tide destroyed every last inch of my color.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios, from their prized ores and molten fire, could...
Hey, Cersei's.
Nias? No, not that I remember.
I just saw him. Nias. Oh.
No, I have no...
This is a departed spirit. I suppose I can just ignore this.
Enough about me. Did Kaos ever
well...
Seems like the price of becoming a demigod.
Kaos. I've never heard of this person. Which type?
Look on the bright side, Nias. Since we've come all this way, I doubt...
Let's just hope...
Hey! Are you seeing that same...
Yes. It's still you and Nias, but... You're now talking about a certain Kaos.
Kaos?
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. If things are as I thought, the souls of people...
What? But... if those are the souls...
Beats me. For all I know, you're just an illusion I conjured up in my gut. Let's just keep going. As long as I take in more sights.
Know your limits. Wander too far among the dead, and even...
Fine. If this is indeed as I thought, then this will be very amusing. So...
Of course. If I knew we had to climb a mountain, I wouldn't have come
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not getting anything of value.
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff and hit rock bottom. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all. Training would make me no different from those Helcalithist
Calypso. She's one of the Seven. No, she can't be. I would know her name if she really were one of the Seven Sages. Hey, Cersei's. Just... They're gone. It doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk. Alas,
We're here. Finally. So, I don't get to ask the Titan my question. Very well then. Let me... So, I'm back here again. I can hear it. I hear it from the depths of the tides, behind the closed doors of the Void World. This time, the voice is...
since we've come this far,
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you both here to visit Chaos too?
Wait, is this Castris? What is going on here?
yes. And we've been waiting.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered. The worst case scenario is that he's already been overwhelmed and crushed by the world.
You're overthinking, Lord Nias. I can still sense Chaos' soul in the area. And besides, we both know Chaos' nature. A deliverer like him wouldn't fall so readily, much less give up on all that he holds dear, isn't...
That reminds me. Why are you making this trip alone, Polixia?
Oh no, Polixia. This is Castris' sister. Oh my god.
My sister needs more time to make sure the flowers are fine.
Polixia, Pollux. Makes sense.
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else. Yet you are born only to take over Thanatos' divinity.
What?
Everything that I see and hear this time has left what may seem like a mundane conversation is in truth a once-in-a-lifetime exchange that has revealed the ultimate answer to Cersei's. The conjecture has taken shape and must now be solidified into a theorem. Next, I only need to seek verification from Kefali. By doing so, I can answer. But no, I will not do that. That isn't him. Because another one of my conjectures, one that I have always dreamed of proving, fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan, is not a ludicrous idea after all.
Okay. Danhang's POV. All of a sudden. Annexa's POV is over. This POV is going to be so boring. I mean, Danhang have no voice.
What are you thinking? Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be... Events of the past, huh? I was also a child when I looked up at Cersei's. Their leaves and branches reflected this birth. I stood at this very spot back then, imagining the day when I could... Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cersei's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky? Oh, you get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphor... You get what I'm saying, right, Denny? After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius...
is none other than Aquila themselves. But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what we are here for. It's just... I never thought Gray would meet with something like that before we set off. As a physician, I should... Yeah, there's no... In any case, what we're looking for could be anywhere in this enormous grove. Let's split up to cover more ground. Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? This is way more trouble than I could have asked. Or you could sit back and watch. I'm kidding, Danny. Lend me a hand, pretty please. Eternal. As you wish. Wilt here. All will be swept away by the wind.
Time to mix things up. My friends, indulge yourselves!
The black tide is remarkable. Anyway, never mind that for now. This is new. I didn't know Professor Anaxa was researching this guy. Might is an understatement. Anaxa has never been one to venerate the gods, nor has he ever found it within himself to put any faith in the prophecy. People have come to think of him as a heretic. Yet, it is also this very blasphemer that Cersei's favors. Fate sure work. Oh, let me. By the looks of them, these scrolls are records of two conversations that took place in the same Sure, go ahead. Newsporists primarily study the application of alchemy, and everyone considers Anaxa a blasphemer. But that has never stopped him from sharing his ideas, no matter how taboo. If you must say that he's hiding something, then it's... Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature is loftier than the heavens, and their divine retribution. That's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Trevi cannon could slip past their watch. The Grove of Epiphany is home to 7 schools of thought. While all 7 schools are founded on the ideologies of Thalesis, the first scholar, each is unique in its own way. Among them, as the sage of the Venerationists, Euthyphro. If we were to place the 7 sages on the scales of Talanton, Anaxa and Euthyphro would be placed on opposite sides. Anaxa often says that every failure, perhaps to him, the crash of the sky ship carries a different interpretation. The firmament is not impenetrable. On the contrary, it was precisely because the sky ship represented the first step toward breaking free from the shackles of the earth that it provoked the... It's a shame that the majority of the Grove's research on Aquila was headed by the Venerationists, with sacrificial rituals making up a predominant part of their findings. Discourse about more esoteric subject matters in relation to Aquila dwindled even further after this. That's what I'd like to know. What are these experiments he's involved in? I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove? This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books written by the 7 schools, you can also find philosophical texts, ballads, and religious writings from the Outlands here. Cities that desire to learn from the Grove were apparently expected to contribute knowledge of equal value to what they sought. We've had more than our fair share of hilarious episodes over the years. For instance, it's said that the Erythrocheramists once borrowed a manuscript from a certain author, but ended up returning a copy instead of the original. What's more... Nice? No need to hold yourself back, Danny. You can just tell it like it is. Their Whew. You've got me there. Some said you couldn't even find a dictionary in Castrum Kremnos. So I guess there are too many books in the Library of Philia. Flipping through them all will take too long. Why don't we use the Biblioslate to in here. I can already see what they must have written. Anaxa has no respect for the gods. and why else would they call him the Great Performer? When Anaxer established his school of thought, the first thing he apparently did was read his own work to everyone. Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection of what humans think gods should be? Worlds created by gods are indubitably perfect, but what of Amphorius? Only foolishness and insensitivity everywhere you turn. They marched him straight to the seat of judgment before he could finish. Though what he took on in the end was more of a debate than an actual trial. He had to address every one of the scholars' allegations, or face expulsion from the Grove. The first allegation was... Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must... Anaxa would have probably been spared a lot of trouble if he had answered this way. Instead, he quoted past instances of the Flame Chase journey and posited that humans have the potential to... Needless to say, his critics didn't take kindly to his answer, so they followed up with a sec. You claim to be studying souls, yet you are, in fact, defiling them and committing acts condemned by the god. Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say every being in the world owes their safekeeping to Kifili, and this is even more so for the Chrysos heirs who have divine blood coursing through them. If he has really done something of that nature, thankfully they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of words against those who would challenge him. It was only after a brief silence that he answered, I have never denied. Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain at least is that Anaxa was allowed to stay in the grove where he continued his research. By the way, this stack of complaint letters has reminded me of a place I'm talking about Anaxa's alchemy lab. It's a well-kept secret. Among the 7 sages, excluding the nominal chief sage, even the administrators of the Library of Philia are restricted from accessing those places and documenting the sages. With the grove in this state, I'm sure Anaxa won't be mad even if we sneak into the lab for a short while. This is the place, but materials for alchemical experiments, matrix diagrams, and even the seal to the lab. No, not even close. Not only are alchemy experiments high-risk activities, huh? That bookshelf over there. What's going on? Anaxa is conducting research on our friends in Alchema. So strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own curiosity about her origins. Plus, considering that the new sporists have crafted omnipotent medicines capable of curing diseases, it also, now, it seems Anaxa's objective was never to create medicine, but to identify the origin of the golden blood. Danny, look at this. My biggest fear. It's come true. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation. Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from others. Compared to his public speeches, this is the real blasphemy. Oh. Do you remember? When the Black Tide was approaching, the Grove had planned to send Cersei's core flame to a safe place. But an accident happened along the way, and Anaxa lost his life in the process. That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa's fusion with the core flame of reason wasn't an accident? Put yourself in his shoes. Knowing that the Black Tide was closing in and your time was running out, what would you have done? Exactly. When the Black Tide came, the true reason Anaxa headed to the Luminary Throne was to transmute and fuse himself with the Titan's core flame. No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the results came as a surprise. Maybe he failed to consider the possibility that Cersei's would make a similar decision. The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. His research? Like, what? There's only one... No. He's after Kefali.
Sir, this sky above us, it's not real, is it?
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. Sir, a simple trick. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light, projecting the nights of the past here for you. Much like how the sky above the Holy City is also illuminated by...
So, the sky...
You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that only a child would expose... Often people know more than they let on. They simply choose to feign ignorance because they have...
And they're just deluding themselves. People believe in Kefali's tale of Genesis, accepting wholesale whatever the priests preach. But we're different. We've already walked out of the firelit cave. We have already realized that we live in a world where Titans make the rules. Even when we look at the sky, we're only seeing what they allow us to see. Rather than gazing at this mockery of a night sky fabricated by them for the rest of my life, why shouldn't I be the one to take control of the projection?
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night, I find myself penning down all...
Why? Because we'll face death by burning if word gets out?
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already become inextricably linked to the great tree. Every word I say and every move I make is certain to influence, but above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in—
But I can, sir. I can do it for us. The time is right. Give me all that I need, and I shall accomplish this grand—
You're right. I shall do just that. Go. Establish your own. Find out what we are. Become the one who conquers the ultimate truths of the world.
Child of humanity, you didn't go to such lengths for an audience with Kefali. Just ask him a few...
If I were as foolish as a Dromus, perhaps I'd throw myself down and prostrate before their greatness, begging for the gods' prophetic wisdom. Well, sorry to disappoint, but
Before such power, does it make any difference whether you're a human or a Dromus?
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them, they didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. No. They constructed a dam that kept the roaring tide at bay, chaining down the mad Fagusa. They call me a blasphemer, Xerxes. But that doesn't mean I deny the existence of gods. As I see it, Titans are simply a force that mankind has yet to find a way to tame.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you crave, why not conform to the prophecy and brave the trial?
Why stop at harnessing the power of the Titans when I can do so much? The source of life is what I wish to grasp, to understand what makes up the soul, and thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variable left in my calculation. Thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is life. And where there is an end, there must also be a beginning. How then is a soul born? That was the only unknown variations.
And by the sound of it, you have already...
No. I have already drawn a conclusion. In my journey unto death just now, I finally saw the answer with my...
Professor Anaxa. I'm here. Her life hangs by a thread. I must ask you to refrain from taking any unnecessary...
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive end, and give you the answer you so desire. However, in accordance with the principle of equivalent exchange, I must also demand from you what I need.
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the price might be?
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan and her survival. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life. There is no need for me to think twice.
I see. In that case...
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you intend to prove Thanatos' whereabouts and prove the nature of our existence now?
Before I begin, I must confess I had been as unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance. They are, in fact, logical equivalents. They are merely two different ways of telling us about. The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was hidden in my journey unto death.
Anaxa, you were in the Netherrealm?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, I overheard a conversation between heroes. That's not all. Remember how I said you were a part of that conversation too?
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such an event. That was likely just an illusion.
Because that wasn't you. That was...
Calypso.
Huh? Oh, that's the name I made up on a whim when speaking to this girl. How did... And surely you jest. Don't you think I, of all people, would know if that were the name of one of the 7 sages under the shade of my tree? Don't you claim to know the Grove's past like the back of your hand?
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Circes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the dead, it stands to reason their likenesses are of souls from the past. The living cannot step foot into that world. So who could they be? Think about Calypso. Why does she share your likeness? The answer is evident. Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one.
Okay, what do you mean by that, Anaxa?
Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one.
Okay. Okay, now this is insane lore drop.
Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of thin air, and they are no different from humans, because they all evolved from one.
Okay, I think I see what he's getting at, but that sounds ridiculous.
Does this answer disappoint you?
Yes, because you've answered nothing. If I truly was once human, as you claim, then where do the children of humanity come from?
Even on the off chance that you speak the truth, This brings us no closer to grasping Thanatos' whereabouts. How are we to find them?
I knew you would say, but it matters not. I know what I'm doing. Actually, why don't we have this supreme being standing before us tell us everything?
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. Neither can gods. But all we need to do is look at this from a different perspective, and the problem will resolve itself. The solution is simple. Just like if I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it as they once did. Simple, is it not?
Okay, and next is the goat.
I have news from Hyacinth and Dan Heng. Anaxa might be trying to do something with Kefali's divine body.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want? Is the Council of Elders going to sit around and let such a...
That is not... He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling and... No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled for whichever trickery Kindness is up to, and react accordingly. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you ought to overcome. Till then, it's best to get used to this place as soon.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have their standing because of the Council of Elders. How...
It's been a while. What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the sort of person that the young lord praised as a ferocious...
It has indeed been some time, Lord Crater.
Shh! Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low. Unless you're itching for a bloody fight to get a workout in.
My bad.
Did you hear thunderclaps last night? Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord. He threw a spear bearing several words at Akama.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back at the Kremnos Arena.
I figured this is something you would want to know. We Kremnoans never back down from a fight. So if you plan to take that thing down in a battle, reach out to me anytime.
You have my gratitude. I will let Aglaya know about this right away.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious Kindness has been unusually active lately. Those lackeys she keeps undercover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently these days. Some even seem to be getting Kremnoans to defect to the Council.
That's...
Looks like you can...
We should get back.
By Kefali and Talenton above, as the Theoros, I have...
Aglaya? What?
I know about the poisonous fangs of that king snake through the golden threads. In the past, I would be confident about keeping her in check.
What do you...
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too long that I hardly have any humanity left. Before I realized it, I have become no different from these hypocrites. No, this has come a lot sooner than I expected. But perhaps it is time. I need you to step up, Finan. In order for me to...
Yes, this...
It is far easier for the Council of Elders to fool many than just fool one person. Their so-called more support is no more than a ruse to distribute power using words instead of lances. There is no glory in winning this debate. But that makes having respect for humans so much more priceless. Finan, you are a Chrysos heir without...
I appreciate what you've taught me, Aglaya. I hope we'll live up to your expectations.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphorius was home to nearly 1,000 cities. Yet, in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city where they hope to rest under Kefali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat with no way out of this plight. We didn't have a choice in the past, but now the Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova? Or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Now, which of the two would lead mortals to an eye?
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please, enlighten me.
Let the three Titans of Calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those Titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have on Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages, and Castorus, Idonia's goddess. With the help of these 2 heroes, I can promise all of you that Era...
Aren't they Chrysos heirs? They're supporting the Council of Elders.
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya isn't fit to speak on behalf of every Chrysos heir. I am in favor of Era Chrysia.
Era Chrysia! Era Castorus? Why are you standing over...
You finally arrived, Nax.
Don't worry, Aglaya. Well, I know that you have many queries. Could you continue to converse like how the citizens know?
Tell me, dear citizen, if we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
The answer is simple. We will have a chance to rid the world of death and bring Amphorius back to an era when all beings live forever. We'll usher in a new future that will be entirely different from the flame.
If we successfully retrieve and return Thanatos' core flame without anyone passing the Death Titan's trial, what would happen next?
One of the 7 sages. Your proposal is much too idealistic. As long as the Black Tide still exists...
Remember what I previously said? Kefali's core flame is guarded by the secret power of the Council of Elders. Plus, Fagusa's water curtain will be able to block out any external perceptions. Tell me, dear citizens, have any of you ever seen even a glimpse of the threat that this person is talking about anywhere within the walls?
agree that you heard that from the Flame Reaver themselves? Citizens, let's loudly sing the blessed hymn. Oh, beautiful old world where...
After the destruction of the 3 Titans of Calamity, the Flame Chase journey will have to...
Yes!
This is bad. The masses are now...
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've mentioned hinges on the premise that we can find Thanatos' existence, right?
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring about this city. However, Castorus, Idonia's goddess of death, will
What? With that, I solemnly promise that the core flame Lady Castorus brings back will be personally managed by the Council of Elders. Thereafter, if we are able to garner the support of all of you at the Citizens' Assembly, we shall spare no effort in ensuring that the Erechrysia will return to our world once again.
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Buy carefully into Lent. Akama has chosen her destiny. The issue up for discussion at this Citizens' Assembly shall be modified to the suspension of the Flame Chase journey. This resolution shall be put up on the Wall of Heroes, such that all citizens are aware of it.
Aglaya, dear Aglaya, what has caused your heart to soften?
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since the Flame Chase journey has been preordained by the prophecy, our thing...
Well then, I guess we'll find out.
Well, it seems that when I sent you to look for Anaxa,
My apologies, everyone. I know that you have many questions to ask me.
In that case...
In actuality, a past that was...
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier. The answer was...
Anaxa?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important.
Have you heard of this tale before?
Okay, that's Castra's sister,
A
Lixia.
tale about the ocean god's treasured pearl, our hometown. It was a seaside town which enjoyed the ocean breeze and glorious, peaceful times, thanks to the wisdom of its ruling queen. Until one day, an evil dragon descended upon the town. Its wings were large enough to blot out the sun, while its claws were sharp enough to rip the waves apart. It barged into the tall tower and devoured the queen's beloved daughter. It even settled itself in her bedroom, like a tyrant king. The queen assembled 300 warriors who managed to subdue the evil dragon by chaining it up. However, when the queen slit open the dragon's belly, she realized that the princess had long since been digested, and all that was left. It was then that a devious, smooth-talking scholar arrived at the palace and suggested that the princess could be revived through the use of dragon bone and dragon blood. That liar called this process the secret art of alchemy. The princess was reborn! The queen was overjoyed, blissfully unaware that the evil dragon's soul still lurked within the princess's body. As revenge, the evil dragon swallowed the poor queen, the glib liar, the courageous